Hey, what's up, people? Hope you're all doing well. So a while ago, I was trying to get myself an oscilloscope, so I started searching. When I saw the prices, there was no way that I was going to buy one just for tinkering and doing DIY projects.
Ugh. Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
So I found a cheap alternative. Uh, this is a cheap alternative for an oscilloscope. It's portable. They were saying it's portable. So let's see what's inside. So this is the board. This is the LED screen that comes with it, and these are manuals. This is so it needs to be reassembled with using the components that is sent by this company. Of course, it's manufactured in China. God bless China. So this is the user manual. As you can see, it's pretty much self-explanatory. This is the user manual. This is the reassembling sort of schematics, but this one is the real schematic. As you can see, I'll open it. Yeah, so this is the real schematic. As you can see, there is the open. There is a lot of stuff in here. There is ICs, integrated circuits, a lot of stuff, as you can see. So I will try to reassemble it using my soldering iron, but the problem is, as you can see, it's pretty hard because they're really near each other, and I'm not that much experienced in doing soldering. For example, there was this is, let me show you. For example, this one, as you can see, they're really near each other, so this will take some time. Actually, a lot of effort will be done. So let's get started. So as you can see, I will do first the resistors. I'll first do the resistors, but I have to measure the resistance by my multimeter, and I will write down the value of resistor on my piece of paper so I don't make mistakes. So I'll put this in here, this in here. So these are the inductors. I have 3 inductors, HF chokes. They look like resistors, but they're not resistors. And they don't have poles, so it's pretty easy to assemble these ones. I will do them later once I'm finished with all these resistors. As you can see, there's a lot of resistors in here, so I will just put this away somewhere. I can get it later. So I will start with these 3 and these 3. I will measure the value of the resistance now. So this is our 10K resistors. These are 10K resistors, so I have these 3 are 10K. Alright, 10K. I can also use the resistors charting by seeing the colors, but these are very tiny resistors. These are very tiny resistors. It's really hard to see the color band and to measure it that way, but it's much easier to do it with resistors. So I have 3 of 3K. I mean 3 of 10K. So as you can see, I will take the resistors and I will measure it again just to make sure that it's the right or not. So yeah, 100k, we are good to go. So I will take one of it, and it says 100k is in R1. I will find R1 now in the board. Yeah, there it is. So as you can see, the legs are very long. I will solder it, each one of them, and then I will cut it with my cutter. So for now I will just do like this. Yeah, and later on I will solder it with my soldering iron. And the other one for 100k is where? It is in R4. Yeah, it's no, it's not R4, it's R14. I'll find R14 in the board. Yeah, it's really hard to find because the rat is really tiny and it's really small, it's hard to see. So I will use my magnifier glass. Yeah, this one. I will do the same thing for this one. I will just do like this. And I will deal with it later. With the last one, it's R16. I know where R16 is. See, it's really hard to find. I need magnifier glass, or I need the this one. I need this one to see where it's located. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in here, but it's really hard to find. Yeah, I found it. I will do the same thing with this one, and then I will deal with it later. So I will do the same thing for all of them, and then when I'm past with the other one, I will do the same thing for the inductors, for the diodes, and for the crystals. So I'm done with all the resistors. I made a mess, as you can see. The easy part is finished, but it will get harder because it's really hard. They're really tiny and close together, so it will be really hard to do it all together. But I'm trying my best to do it. So let's see what happens. Let's move to the next component, which is HF chokes or inductors, which look exactly like a resistor, but they're a little bit thicker. So let's move on to the inductors. So for each component which I done, I will just tick the component, and I will move to this one, and then I will move to the crystals and use the stickers, and then I will do the to-do list and checklist and finish all of it, and hopefully at the end I will have the oscilloscope. So I'm done with the inductors or HF chokers. I will just go and tick this one. So as you can see, they look exactly like the resistors, but they're thicker. So don't confuse them with resistors. They're green and they're thick. So these are the inductors or HF chokers, as it says, chokes. So let's move to the other component, which is diodes. I'm done with the diodes too, so I will just go and take the diodes. So be careful with diodes. The problem is because the function of diode is to allow current only in one direction. The other part of diode, it have codes. So D1 is 1N5819, and D2 is 184004. It's either this one in your package, or it's this one, 1N4007. Mine was 4007, so I didn't have this one. I use this one for D2. So we will move to the next component, which is crystals. I'm also done with the crystal, so I will come here and take the crystal. So I'm done with the crystal. So next component is USB socket. We will go to USB socket. So I'm done with the USB socket, and I'm done with the switches. As you can see, this is how it looks. This was the hardest part, the USB socket, because the pins are really near each other, and these are the switches. So the next component will be ceramic capacitor, or these are also called the latest capacitor. They don't have a pool, so there's no positive and negative. They just have a pins. So I did the crystal, 80 million hertz, and then USB socket in switches, capacitors. This was a bit hard, and also LED. I will show you now the circuit. This is how it looks. I put the clippers on, and this is how it looks. This is the back side. This is the front. This is how the circuit looks. So we will move on and put these components, which is the female thingy, and also power jack and signal input and switches. So we will go and put those on now. So this is how it looks. I'm done with the pin header. I'm done with the transistors and regulators, also capacitors and power inductors. I also did the electrolyte capacitors or polar. These have poles, so it is polarized capacitors. Now I will do power connection, and then pin header, and then pin header again. This time it will be female. This one the male, and then slide switches and PNC connector. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will try to do this 5 now, and then we will see how it looks, and then we will connect the LED to the circuit. So I connect the power connectors and also the pin headers, male one, also the female one, the long one also, in the switches. What's left is BNC connector, and this is how the circuit looks like. This is the big female connector. These are the male connectors, and this is how it looks. Now I'll connect the BNC, and it will be finished, and then I will connect the LCD, and we will try to test it. So this is how it looks at the end, with PNC connector and all of it. I also did you have to connect the LED with these pins. I solder them, and also these two, and it will perfectly connect with these. These two will connect with these two, and this female one will connect with the male one. So all you have to do is to do this. They are a bit out of place. So all of the, as you can see, that one is connected and this one is also connected. So I'm almost done with my oscilloscope, and this is how it looks. But I don't have the 9-volt connector. I cannot test it right now, but hopefully next video I will make a test of this, and I will see if it's effective or not. but I'm not expecting anything good or anything sophisticated. This will just give you the approximation. It is the measurement will be not perfect. So let's see. This signal ring, you can use the cutoff lid to make it this one. Yeah, as you can see, this ring, you can turn the ring into this one, and then you plug in the, for example, I will show you how to do that one. If you have one of those you see, if you have this type of plugs, you can put it in there. I will put one in there. You see. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any question, write it down in comments.